Afternoon, mayhem has erupted on the streets of the West Rand town of Bekkersdal today. Police firing rubber bullets at residents protesting over inadequate services. Electricity is their main concern, and they say talks with authorities have changed nothing. Let's bring you the very latest on this. eNCA's Silindelo Masikane is there. Slee, good afternoon to you. What's the position right now?
At this stage, things remain calm, Jeremy. I'm going to ask Linge to just give you a pan view of where we are at the moment. Of course, we are in Bekkersdal, and just hours ago, we saw clashes between residents and police, with police firing rubber bullets as well as tear gas in order to disperse residents who had actually begun marching to the municipality's offices when they were stopped on the R28 as they did not have permission to do so. And at this stage, as you can see, things remain calm. We understand that there's a meeting underway between Mashaba as well as contractors and ESCOM, as well as the protest leaders who are awaiting an answer, at least by this afternoon, with regards to the electrification of Bekkersdal.
This follows similar tension in Alex here in Johannesburg, and also suggestions that it could spread to other areas. What then have community members been telling you this afternoon in terms of taking this forward, in spite of the fact that they are meeting with authorities right now?
Well, at this stage, that's what's really unclear, Jeremy. We understand that a meeting is underway, and we did have some rain coming down about 30 minutes ago. So I think that has also led a lot of the residents to go back into their homes, take some shelter. But we understand that there's a possibility that protests could continue if, residents don't get the answer that they're looking for. I mean, I pressed the MMC, who happens to be the ward councillor here in Bekkersdal, with regards to time frames on when Bekkersdal residents will get the electricity supply that they're looking for. He couldn't give me a straight answer. All he could say was that the process has begun, and there's just been a number of delays around that process. Now, Jeremy, I just wanted to take you inside one of the yards here in Bekkersdal, just to give our viewers a sense of what the residents are actually complaining about. Now, this is just one yard, and there's about at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 families that reside in this particular yard, and they all share this one toilet. I'm just going to ask Linge to come and give you a view of the toilet, which happens to be a pit toilet as well. I mean, pretty decent enough, but the lack of water here as well as electricity is pretty evident. If I ask Linge to give you a view of the izinyoganyoga, this is the illegal connections that the Bekkersdal residents are using in order to get electricity, which is why they have taken to the streets saying enough is enough. They want to get that electricity supply. It is affecting their daily lives, as well as their children, who most of the time cannot study or work because there's no electricity, and the lack of water is also a serious problem.
Just finally, how many protesters were involved today, and what sort of police deployment are we seeing right now?
There is quite a heavy police deployment. We spoke to General Kekana earlier on, who said that police will remain in the area and remain on high alert just to maintain law and order, because we saw residents blocking roads with burning tires, and they're saying that they cannot allow them to block main roads like the R28 with that, so they're going to stay in the area. And the protest was quite large. I could really put it to around 2,000 to 3,000 residents who really took to the streets, along with the children. Schooling has been disrupted. Businesses are closed. A lot of the small businesses in the area are closed just to avoid that possibility of looting, when we know that vandalism and gangsterism tends to take over these kinds of service delivery protests. But at this stage, we are just awaiting to find out what's going to come out of that meeting between government and community leaders, as well as ESCOM, that is responsible for electrifying Bekkersdal.
All right, Silindelo Masikane on Johannesburg's West Rand in Bekkersdal.